My name is Lizzie Beadle and this is my Bournemouth extracurriculum app. The key features of my app is using map kits, segues and delegates. The aim of the app is making it more convenient for users to find out where activities are like dance, which is closest to them. I've completed the dance file and these will be replicated for the other activities as well. The primary users are for students under the age of 21. Compiles successfully and runs on the simulator when I press play. Opens the launch screen, click on dance, takes you to a map and it links up all the tags where there's dance studios. The error is you click on the tag, it's meant to come up with a text view and an image view when you click on the tag, but it doesn't. To produce this project as a beginner, I used version control on GitHub. This is important in the production process as it's a software that is effective to back up your project. So I'll walk you through the components of my application. To understand the Xcode environment, I had to understand that in the editor area I would write all the codes. The navigation area is where you have all your Swift files, plist. The utility area is where you get like your graphics. Allows you to play the app and also get assistant editing within storyboards, so you can link up buttons, for instance. And in my case, I did have a lot of errors, so to find out where my errors were, I went to the debug area, which allowed me to see what went wrong. It's allowed me to link up storyboard and buttons and ask for permission for locations and set up delegates. The location GPX allows me to test the locations. The main storyboard allowed me to import loads of cool graphics. Then the map view controller allows make sure the map shows up. The code makes sure the map shows up on my screen. And then the dance file shows all my coordinates to do with where the dance studios are. I've set up descriptions, titles and images. To finish off my app, I would set up another class and file called Musical Theatre and Sports. Description, title and images. The assets folder is where I've got all my images from. This is the launch screen. Then the info plist is where I've added 2 rows in order to ask for permission. So this is my view controller lifecycle, which is the storyboard. I've got 2 view controllers. View controller, there's 3 buttons. The button dance, I've linked up as a segue, so it'll link up to this, to the second view controller, which has the map view, the image view, and the text view. When you click on a tag on the map, it will come up with a new image and a new text relating to that studio. So one error I faced was my map view wasn't showing up when I launched the stimulator. So I used the constraints as using documentations. I've created comments with my classes. These comments are text in grey, which are not code, but helps you understand what each function does. So in my assets folder, I've downloaded 6 photos, and in my dance file, you can see the code where I've linked up each image to a coordinate. This is my appropriate use of graphics. So to talk you through my view controller class, I've imported a UI kit, which is the user interface kit, which allows me to set up components like buttons, the core location, which allows the location tag to set up, the map kit, which I imported and did so the map kit shows up. My class is called UI View Controller. This is a class with a template layout for your objects. Inside the class holds properties and functions. This is the let, which is the consonant. This is the variable, which is set in the parameter. My variable is named Dance Manager. I've set up so the variable has the lowercase at the beginning and the capitals in the second case. Use square brackets to show an array. Use the override function, which allows view controller to perform your customized initiation of your view controller. I've used the delegate setting up object property to self. I've done the app needs to ask permission to use my location, so this is, I've linked all my storyboard buttons here, and then I've done my override function for my segue, so it passes on to the next view controllers next, and then this is my extension delegate. A delegation is the way in which information is passed through classes. Its purpose is it enables a class or structure to hand off or delegate some of its responsibilities to an instance of another type. I am using delegates in the extension here, as you can see, and it allows us to pass information through, so the identifiers and the annotation work. So in order to meet professional standards, I've used naming and formatting conventions. My classes are named Dance Manager, Map View Controller, and Studio Annotation. And the variables are named like coordinate, title, description, image. I've used inits, and I formatted it all in the right capital letters. So classes are always introduced with their capital.